Hi and welcome. I am Jennifer and this is my channel where every week I do a weekly energy reading. Energy reading being a combination of intuition and cards that I use, both Oracle and Tarot. So this reading is for the week of October 31st to November 6th. This is my second attempt at a video today. My first attempt, I had it all done and uploaded and ready to go, and then I got notified through YouTube that there was a copyright claim. Because when I had done the first video, not even thinking about it, I had music playing in the background that I had had on all day, and then I did the video with that still playing, and anyways, yeah, so I deleted that video, and so I'm starting again. Okay, so I am doing 3 rows this week. So first row, I am using the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith, and that row is going to represent the energies we're working through for the week. Second row, I am using Seasons of the Witch, Samhain Oracle, that one there, and that row is going to represent challenges or obstacles that we are as a collective facing this week. This isn't going to be for everybody, it's a general reading. And then the third row will be advice to overcome these obstacles or challenges this week. And I will be using the Halloween Oracle by Stacey Demarco. Oh, and Seasons of the Witch Oracle is by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz. Okay. So let's get going here. I want to get all these out first because I want to, although I don't, it doesn't seem like I read them as a whole. I actually do. I break it down and then bring it all together as I'm reading it. So sorry for keeping you waiting here while I shuffle these and get them out on the table. Oops. They're sticking together. Ooh, okay. I like this. Okay. Okay. So the energies we're working through this week. Okay. So we're starting off with the 4 of Swords. And I feel like this, combined with the other cards that I will touch on here in a second, is about taking a time out. Taking a time out to reflect, reminisce, contemplate, and rest. Did I say rest? Wow, we must really need a rest. Maybe I really need a rest. So this is reflection. Reflection is a word as well I was thinking of. What are we contemplating and reflecting about? A heartbreak from the past. Something where we felt shattered and really, really suffered, but something that deeply hurt us. A relationship from our past that perhaps changed the course of our lives. But I'm feeling this wouldn't be coming up if we hadn't worked completely through it, or So, so it feels like there's still some layers of healing to be done. The Three of Swords, sorry, did I mention that it was the Three of Swords was the next card? So this is what we are reflecting on and contemplating, is this Three of Swords card. So a relationship from our past that had a massive impact on us, like life-changing, or guide us in a specific direction. But however, that was very, very hurtful. So there is more work to be done in healing, and which is happening this week. So this is what we're working through. So in the final card of that row is the Judgment card. So it's like we realize what a gift these relationships were that were so ended so abruptly or horribly, painfully, that they were gifts because they were meant to guide us in a certain direction, or crack us open so that we could basically, challenge our egos to its own death almost, to a certain degree, and realize, just wake us up basically, and change the course of our life. So there's some of that healing and letting go going on. Okay, so in doing this week, this is what we're working through. So in doing this type of work this week, what challenges or obstacles do we have? Let's see here. So we're starting off with, and this is with the Seasons of the Witch Oracle. So we're starting off with divination. Take a breath, take it twice. Insightful reflections are guided by light. Okay, wow. I just realized reflecting is what I said in the first card. I just laid these out. So definitely that's what that meant. I'm just giggling at that because, the stuff lines up so perfectly. It's funny sometimes to me. So divination, divine, this was divine intervention. So those very difficult relationships were divinely guided. So it's having gratitude for what it is they taught you or how they affected the course of your life. So this is challenges or obstacles. So in this particular card, as a challenge or an obstacle, could be about creating the space. It's talking about breathing, taking a breath, taking it twice, and insightful reflections are guided by light. So creating the time with that big full moon there in the card to reflect. And I think that can be a challenge, is just setting the time aside and going back into that space and allowing whatever energies might come up for you as well. And not being afraid of them, of what they want to show you or tell you. Another one for challenges or obstacles is the Witch. Grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly awaken all that is, a mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots, living in the alchemy of self. Right, so it's your choice and your power. So it's realizing that, not being afraid of what might come up, the old feelings, the feeling perhaps of a victim, that you were a victim in this part, but remembering and choosing to remember, and this is how you can alchemize this energy, that you have the choice when you come into the awareness that you can stay the victim role in that experience, or you can choose to go, hey, wait a minute, I was as much a part of that as anybody else, and this was a growing tool for me. So it's however you want to choose to, what you want to take away from that experience. And then the third challenge or obstacle with this reflecting and realizing that the heartbreak was, And I say heartbreak very generally. I mean, it could be, you know, a parent-child relationship. It could be, you know, someone that you're related to otherwise. It could be a work situation. It could be any type of relationship, not just like a love or romantic relationship. So the third challenge or obstacle in coming to this type of peace with the past is the coming of winter. It comes in lullabies deep within your mirrored flesh. Alas, it is time to lay your quivering chest upon the winter's coming. So I think this is about giving it up, letting go of the story, surrendering into what it really is, what it was, and let go of the martyrdom. I'm sorry, that's just the word that came up to me, and I feel like I'm being a little bit blunt, but I mean, it takes a lot of energy to carry on a role or a belief about oneself, and realizing that you were and are always as much a part of anything that happens to you as anything else. Now, hold on. When I say that, I can hear people saying, wait, this happened to me. Yes, terrible things happen that are out of your control. Absolutely horrible things. In saying that, you can hold space for the situation, hold space for yourself, and love yourself for having gone through what you've been through. And pray for healing for yourself and anybody else that was involved, whoever may have harmed you. Pray for peace, because they were just acting out their own pain onto you. And there's no excuse for it. So all you can do is love and pray and hold space, okay? And from that loving space, still choose to take the experience as not a lesson, but take what you can from it, whatever that might be. Maybe it's just to love yourself more, or to forgive yourself, or anybody else that might need forgiving. But it's an opportunity to open your heart. Okay. So the third row is advice to overcome the challenges. So I literally have 3 skulls in front of me. So the first one is the skull of light, illumination. Okay, interesting. These feel very profound to me. So the skull of light, illumination. This card actually feels like light coming in, that this is part of your soul growth and your journey. So anything that has happened to you that has caused this heartbreak was not a mistake, that it was part of your growth, of your soul's journey, that experience, to help you become the highest version of yourself. But you always have to take that action through choice. The next card, so it's an opportunity. So that's some advice given by the cards or from spirit. The next one is skull of flowers, creating through the ashes. So through the pain and opening yourself up to it and feeling into it, because it really won't hurt you. It's an emotion based from the experience. Perhaps journaling about it, or writing poetry, or creating art, or whatever an outlet, a creative outlet is a positive way of turning it into what may feel negative into something positive. But instead of letting it turn and turn inside your mind and your cells, but just get it out in a constructive way, hence the creating through the ashes. So creating through the ashes being the destroyed part of you, or the part of you that feels broken. Because it's like an opening to a deeper part of you. It's like a doorway. Okay. And then finally, the last card in the reading and also in this row for advice to overcome the obstacles. The skull of darkness and your blind spots. So it's illuminating those parts of you that you don't want to look at. But again, sitting, creating the space, not being afraid of those parts, because like the skull of flowers creating through the ashes, it's an opening into deeper parts of you, deeper dimensions that have maybe been shut off. And what you're going to find there is perhaps a scared child, a hurt child, beliefs, deep, deep beliefs about you, about the world. But by becoming aware of them and bringing light into those hidden areas, you allow them to be and come up, and either they're going to lead you into deeper and deeper parts, which ultimately they might, but there's going to be aspects that will be released into the world, and then you're no longer carrying them. So you are, in essence, becoming lighter. But that's why I think the creation is so important, to take these things and write it out or express it in whatever way, taking walks in nature, talking with a trusted friend, somebody that you can really open up to. Wow, this is a really, really deep reading this week, but beautiful in a lot of ways. Like, this is deep healing, shifting into, like a lighter version of you. It's really, really letting go of some deep, deep, heavy stuff in your cells. Very transformative. Wow. I feel honored to connect with this energy. Yes, and thank you so much for joining me. Please be well, and if any of this resonates with you, I am sending you my love, and would love any feedback if you are willing to share. Okay, so please be well, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.